Hello YouTube. Sad time of year. All the motorsport seasons have come to an end, even the iRacing one. But it's okay, iRacing starts up again in a few days. But it's all changed because it will have the new version 7 tyre. They started it with Formula 3 last season, so I avoided it a bit because I heard real conflicting information. Some people loved it, some people hated it. I avoided it and stayed in Formula Renault 2, where at least I knew where I stood. But now Formula Renault 2 has got the version 7 tyre, so I've never tried it before, but I thought I'd give my first impressions. We're going to take a test around Interlagos at Brazil. Very familiar with the track. We raced there a couple weeks ago. Had a couple podium finishes in the top split races. My qualifying time was about a 1 minute 30, the mid 1 minute 30s. I think the very top drivers, the aliens, they can get a 1 minute 29, possibly even a 1 minute 28. But my 1 minute 30 was always good for at least the front two rows of qualifying in any top split race. So without further ado, here we go. So one of the first things I noticed that, I'll cut from this video is I had to add about 5 centimeters, or sorry, 5 millimeters to each of the push rods, because normally my setup, I use it quite a lot. I'll adjust it from track to track, but it's a setup I'm very comfortable with and it will always pass inspection. This time it totally failed inspection, as the whole car was just sitting on the floor, so I've had to lengthen the push rods. So that's the first change. So yeah, cold tyres, less pressure, the car's going to sit lower to the ground. That does make sense. But even just on this out lap, what I'm noticing is less grip. Yeah, much less grip. I mean, the tyres are cold, but I've never... What is this doing? That was really strange. I might just leave that in as well, because that was bizarre. Right, let's try this first test again. Let's roll out the pits. Yeah, I'm fairly sure that was a glitch or something, because I can't imagine the tyres have so little grip that you can't even correct yourself from a spin. But I do feel like I'm having to tiptoe this car around a bit more than I normally would, even in its fresh out the pit state with cold tyres. So as I said, yeah, my normal qualifying times would be about 1 minute 30. That would be good enough for the front couple rows in any top split race, where the strength of field is around 2000. But I've got a feeling I'm not going to get close to that today, or ever again, because we can't go back to the old tyres. This is it, version 7. It's the future. I'm sure I'm also losing speed down the straight. Oh, wow, that locked up really easily. I was also losing some frames per second. That's probably because of the webcam recording. But yeah, the tyres did lock up very easily. I appreciate they could still be cold, but these new tyres aren't winning me over yet. it'll be interesting to see what the other drivers, see what they think. I do keep in contact with some of the other Formula Renault 2 drivers, and it will be interesting to see if they can match any of their lap times used, like where they use the old tyre. Because I feel like I'm several seconds off the pace. And any time I try to be quick, the car's just quite unstable. Yeah, I'm really sure I could do 240 kilometers per hour down this straight, and now I'm sort of down to 220. Yeah, these tyres just really want to lock up. And my lap time of 1:35, which 5 seconds off the pace. It's yeah, where I'm used to the car almost being on rails in some corners, I just don't have that confidence now. I mean, Formula Renault is a downforce based car, and I feel like it's gone from like Formula Renault to Formula Ford or something. Not that I've ever driven a Formula Ford car, but it does feel like the whole car has been downgraded, and I don't know if that's just the tyres or if the engine mapping has been nerfed a little bit. Because yeah, I'm really sure this car could sort of do maybe 250 kilometers per hour on a long straight, at least 240. But look, 217 to an 18, I'm losing so much time. Right. Don't lock up. Yeah, the whole car is sliding much more than it would. So these very first impressions are version 7 tyre, slower, less grip. I can't brake as hard, and I can feel the car sliding even then. Are Formula Renault cars meant to slide? Not that much, I wouldn't say. Yeah, I just don't have the confidence. It's like, it almost feels like the track is moist. That's a great word, moist. Yeah, it feels like I've gone out onto a slightly greasy track with slick tyres. Just an overall lack of grip. I can't brake as hard. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, even spinning it round felt quite different there. And it's, yeah, it behaves very different on the grass. Yeah, this is going to take me a while to get used to. Let's just get it back to the pits, because I'm pretty sure I damaged the car a little bit. So, first impressions from just a couple laps. Can't say I'm much of a fan. Less grip. They lock up more easily. It feels like they take longer to warm up. Wildly unpredictable on the grass. I mean, when it slides, it might be easier to catch it. It might appeal to the new drivers, because Formula Renault is a D licensed category. It's usually the next step up from the skippies. So I remember Formula Renault, if you got a bit of oversteer, that was it. It was going to fling you into a wall. This might be easier to catch, and you can sort of rally it around a little bit, but it's not really what you do in Formula Renault. So this hasn't impressed me. I'm already thinking, oh, I'll just go back to the old tyres, but that's not going to happen. I'll ask around the other drivers that I've raced with, see what their thoughts are, see if they can get close to their previous lap times that they set on the old tyre model, but can't say I'm much of a fan. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all on the track. So it's quite funny. As soon as I was finished with the recording for testing out the new version 7 tyres, I had a Facebook message from one of the people I race with in Formula Renault, as a chap who came third in the world overall rankings. I got the message from him that said, "Hi, today was testing the new tyre model and it sucks. Don't like it, especially in the first lap. The tyre is so cold, I just kept spinning. Also, the S4 setup is no use. Tested in Brazil earlier the day. My best lap in S4 was 1 minute 30.4 in my first race. In testing with the new tyre model, I was 3.6 seconds slower. Same track, same air temperatures, same track condition, with the same amount of fuel." So it looks like I'm not the only one. This guy was ranked 15 places above me. He's, you know, he'll pull out a good second on me a lap. He's put a lot of time and practice into it since the days where we were neck and neck. And yeah, he's really having trouble with it as well. And of course, for now, we are on our own, because none of the websites that provide subscription services that allow access to the best setups, they don't have any setups. This is all brand new. All of the old setups, they're useless, as I found out. Like, my car sat far too low to the ground. The difference in tyres obviously will mean making changes to the tyre pressures, the suspension, the ride height. It's all completely different. So yeah, first impressions from myself and my rivals seem, it's kind of poor.